All right. Welcome back to Geekset Rewind, our recap, rewatch show that we are doing. And yo, Secret Invasion is going crazy.
It is.
This episode, even though it was a shorter episode. There a lot happened in this damn episode.
It's also starting to get clearer, and that makes sense because it's you're at the back half of it. Like, obviously, we'll get into it. We were right about some things.
Yeah, we was right about some things, and some other things that shocked us, some other things that asked more questions. Again, that's what I love about this series.
Yeah,
we get answers, and then we leave with more questions. Like, what the fuck?
I said, it's good that you're starting now to get more answers than questions.
Yeah.
Because remember Blood Sea though. Oh. We were getting questions and questions.
So,
I have to put everything back to that now because
that's your base now. Like, like I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
No
idea what was going on.
I remember.
We thought we had everything figured out. Episode, I think it was like 10, and then 11 just said, "Hey, no, you was wrong."
All that shit was out the window. Like, what the fuck?
So yeah, let me get into this synopsis and let's break this episode down. So. Gaia recovers from her wound, having previously used Gravik's machine to power herself up with the Extremis DNA. She reunites with Talos, who reveals that he plans to ask the United States President Ritson to help the Skrulls after they successfully stop the rebels, which disappoints her. Priscilla meets with Rhodes, who reveals to be a Skrull in disguise, as the latter instructs her to kill Fury. Both of them are unaware that Fury is listening in on their conversation. They never showed how you listen, did they?
He had something in his ear.
But how did he get there?
They didn't go that far.
More than likely, he probably got her. He probably had her bug.
Right.
All right. So Fury later confronts Priscilla over her allegiance, but they make amends after Priscilla reveals she took an oath to her human counterpart to never harm her lover. Fury visits the fake Rhodes and shares a drink with him, which acts as a liquid tracker. Fury and Talos then follows him as he goes to pick up the President Ritson. Gravik and the Skrull rebels attack Ritson convoy under the guise of the Russian terrorists. Fury and Talos, with the aid of the British Army, extract the unconscious Ritson, but Talos is injured and ultimately killed by Gravik. So
we know he dead.
So we know he out of here.
All right, so we definitely know the wording is.
The wording is legit. Okay.
Legit. So how do you guys feel about this episode?
I thought it was solid. I thought like what Didge saying, like it's the second half.
Yeah.
So we got to start getting some answers.
Yeah.
You leave a little bit, but you got to close up those first three episodes.
Yeah.
Like you got to close. So I think this was. I mean, this is definitely espionage. Ain't really a lot of action. Most action is terrorist attacks, pretty much.
I was gonna say this episode was heavy on the action.
It was heavy on the action.
It was an attack. You know what I'm saying?
That's the action.
Action.
It wasn't a.
You wasn't there.
I'm not watching Nick going through a room. I'm just seeing a bunch of niggas fighting outside.
I don't think we're gonna ever see Nick go through a room.
Not this age.
They gotta go back on the flashback.
Yeah.
So this episode does start with a flashback.
Yeah, back to 2012.
We back to 2012. And Nick is meeting with Priscilla. And I guess that's when she shot her shot. So
yeah, I mean,
we got one of our first answers, which is also poses another question. Is it worse? Is it worse if Fury went after the alien, or is it worse if the alien goes after Fury and Fury said, "I'm with it"?
I mean,
that's what I said. I think because she already like the flashback was because it was right after Avengers, so he was on his high horse a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But
and she
already had, because we do find out later, why she picked that form.
Yeah.
But it was like you know what I'm saying. So it's like you knew she had to shoot. You already knew she was shooting shots. You know what I'm saying?
But the flashback from last episode now confuses me. Cause wasn't that flashback from before 2012? When he walked in and was like, ooh, remember that's when we was first talking about Nick a nasty nigga.
They didn't put a date on it.
That was supposed to be 3 years later.
That was 3 years after.
But as I said, I thought the very initial flashback was 2009.
The one that we saw them in the.
But here's the thing. Hold on. I think that what you said that did happen, right? But remember, at that time, there wasn't any love. This is the part where the love happened.
Okay, so
it
that
was
makes
more
sense.
so like, okay, I met you. We gonna
That's
have
right.
this
Okay, so it does make
rules,
sense. They
you
could
know
have
what I'm
been.
saying?
That could have been okay. Yeah, we just been sleeping together for years, and then so like I knew you. Yeah, I knew you was. I knew you was a Skrull that entire time. Like even when he sat down and everything.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So like this is the when the love happened. This is what.
Right.
Because remember, they was probably at that time.
So then to answer your question, then no, it's the same because the initial happened. If you were sleeping for years, you might as well marry it. Like
you mouse it. You out of control.
Who was she before? Because remember that
marry her. I was saying like it to the situation.
Yeah.
I said next to say, hey, cut that. So let's say marry her. Don't have me out here dirty.
But like my question is about this is though because it's like, all right. Remember he was surprised at that she took that form in that diner. What was the form before?
What if she was just trying out different women to see if is this what he attracted to?
No, I don't think she had a form because you gotta remember they was all really hidden. I think that was her first pick of a form. No,
because the way he was talking,
he came in. He said, "I'm looking for my." He didn't say my wife, but he said, "I'm looking for somebody."
Yeah, he's looking for somebody.
And she was like, "Well, why don't you wait here?" He was like, "I think that'll give off the wrong idea." And then when she showed the ring, he was like, "Oh." And then he said, and she was like, "You like, don't you?" Right? This was this episode when he said, "Tell me the story on why you picked that form."
So like that's what I'm saying. She might have just been because remember her whole plan, like you said, was to infiltrate. And I know we jumped ahead with that. But she probably was like, well, what is he most attracted to?
I mean, I guess
strong black woman.
I mean, that's what I said. Like I feel like they only showed her as a Skrull when he first
met her. Yeah.
So they never showed her in a different.
That's what I'm saying. I was more so just wondering. Like, I wonder what that. Other
but I feel like, which is really weird because you know there's some freaky shit there. Because I feel like when she picked that form, like they already been fucking.
Yeah, that's what she
I didn't take it that way. I thought maybe she was trying
from
every
diner
form, and then when they got to the diner and he saw this form, was like, all right, I do like this.
But they been fucking for the
no.
I thought diner was first time. I thought diner was first time. Like
that's
you
just
thought
it's on some Urkel Laura shit. Like she was trying to get Nick and it wasn't working, but then he finally turned to Stefan, or she turned to this one, and he was like, and then it happened.
So you think they've been on multiple dates?
No, I just think she was trying to infiltrate.
Like, remember, she was saying that she was trying to find somebody to get close to him. So it might not have been on some. I need to be close.
She had the ring on.
Well, I don't. That ring could have just been symbolic.
Bro, the ring is the ring. He don't even wear it. I don't think the ring mean much.
Fam.
There's a lot of questions still. There's a lot of questions still.
I keep trying to timeline. That's what I'm saying. Like when he met them and all that. When she was talking about Gravik, I feel like that was 2009. And then the episode.
No, when he met them, that was 90. That was 98. That was 3 years after. That was 3 years after. That's what the 3 years after.
That was the 3 years after.
Because Captain Marvel, it did say 3 years later, but Captain Marvel took place in 95.
Yeah, so that was 98 when he met them. Like the Skrulls set the plan.
Nah,
when
to
he
your
did
point,
that.
they could have been smashing since 98.
They could have been. But the diner, we don't know when the diner didn't have a date on it, so we don't know when the diner scene happened.
Right.
That's why I said I feel like, that's why I said I feel, because if you talking about 98 in the diner scene, they never gave her time on the diner scene?
I don't remember seeing a date on the diner scene.
I feel like they gave a date on the diner scene. But the diner scene, they ain't no date on it. If the diner scene don't have a date on it, then he been definitely fucking her as somebody else for a long time.
That's a wild statement, dog.
Like, I'm gonna say it, man. He been fucking her, yes. And she finally picked somebody because, like I said, once we hear the story, you talk about the story about why she picked her.
Then they just kinky.
Nick is kinky.
Nick is kinky.
Nick is kinky.
Remember he said it wasn't no, you wouldn't no mistake. You know what I'm saying? I do it all again.
He did.
Yeah, but then when she asked if I was me, he
said, "Well, he pulled
we gotta get back. That nigga hit her with a gone with the wind."
Right. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we went in that scene, when they go back and. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
When they talk about the poem?
Yeah, they were talking about the poem.
Talking about the poem. Yeah. He was saying she was like they talked because this episode is named Beloved.
Right, Beloved. Yeah.
Right. So it's named Beloved, and so they have a poem that is was the poem named Beloved as well?
No,
No,
so the
she
question was asked. Just,
Yeah, the question was asked with that, right? And so it kind of foreshadows kind of like this whole episode because it was, again, it goes back to like, okay, you wanted to be loved or whatever the case may be. So then that's when we jump ahead to.
Isn't that?
Wait, I'm hold on, I gotta get back to where we was at. Sorry about that.
Lord.
With the poem?
No, we passed the poem.
Yeah, then it jumps to the present day. That's when she's coming back in.
Yeah, it pumps to when.
Well, she's meeting with Rhodey first, right?
No, pumps when Gaia wakes up.
Yeah, it only does a quick scene to Gaia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it jumps, when Gaia wakes up, because remember that's then we got our second answer. Gaia, we start seeing the flashbacks and we realize that she did some, like when she was combing through the memories, she realized what it was.
Whose memory she combed through.
I feel like it was the lady, and I think she got the lady that was in the lab.
In the lab with him. Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's what I think. So she knew how to do it because I feel like the lady had a lab coat on.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because like I said, that's when we see her put herself in the machine, and then.
But then I'm also
the reason why she
cut you off, but I also wanted to wonder then if that lady was a human, or do they do the same thing as they Skrulls too, just to get their memories?
So, from what they said, and they could have just been, he did say that they had 2 human scientists working on it.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So that would make more sense.
So she gives her the Extremis powers, which allows her to
heal up.
And then we jump to her and Talos.
I told you to take a little longer with a wound like that.
Man, shut up.
I did. Didn't I say a gunshot wound might take a little longer?
We don't know how long that was though.
We don't. But we're gonna assume
because it was still nighttime.
We're gonna assume it was long. I would assume it was longer.
That should have been funny if that shit plan didn't work for us.
Right.
That'd have been tragic.
And then her conversation with Talos don't go as she planned because like it says
Talos trying to be a sucker.
Well, Talos is still like he don't want war.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, I just want to show y'all, like, we like, when he said show them our heart, I was like, bro, okay. I think we passed that, bro. Like, yeah.
Well, you gotta
I get what he was trying to say.
I get what he's trying to say.
He also peaceful. Saw a lot of war. That's why.
But but that's what you have to, because what's the name wants to, like, be themselves. Like, we shouldn't have to hide ourselves. And he like, we on this planet as they guess.
Which is really like, bro, this is Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was with her. Bro, I'm like, we can be out here be green.
Oh no, I agree, but like I said, this is Martian Manhunter and his daughter. This is that.
He
story,
really, that's what I'm saying. And that's all it is. Like, she don't believe him because it's like saying, like, you really think we gonna stop these and they gonna just let us just be us now?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna be able to do this. Like, So
it's
like,
I mean, because we saw even with that, like that soldier, he was about to take Talos out.
Yeah, he was looking like,
like, oh shit, he alien, Like, no, them
niggas fresh off that
racist like a motherfucker.
Like, we ain't got that. We ain't got time for that, man. That nigga finna turn the whole fight. Like, fuck all that shit we talk. It's an alien over here, nigga. Like, everybody all hands on deck.
But then we get probably the most wildest threatening scene and the wildest scene that be talking about just offing a nigga because Priscilla meets with Rhodey at a church.
At a church
And
choir concert.
And they was talking loud as a bitch. That was not whispering.
I told you, black dude who they showed when the final scene,
Right.
he looked like he heard it all. I was like, he was like, I feel like he was
on looking straight.
I feel like he was definitely telling that to the lady beside, like, hey, don't move. We good. We heard some shit we ain't supposed to.
Yeah, he was looking funny and everything. This motherfucker looked like he like, ooh, this shit juicy as a bitch. I want to tell somebody.
Yeah.
Like, and at the same time, you in your head like these niggas in church going crazy.
But Rhodey, like that, like I said, Fury is listening to the conversation,
right?
But then also we realize,
oh, you know what? That's what you. Cause then we didn't get the Rhodey reveal to after
that was after that.
Okay. Yeah, but this the first reveal that we
this is where it was revealed for us.
Because that's when Rhodey was like the way he was talking. That nigga like it was like it's a done. Him like, yo, we got like kill that nigga, get that nigga out of here. And she trying to plead with him like, yo, he broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gonna be out of here anyway. We don't gotta kill him. He said, look, one of y'all gonna have a bullet in y'all by the end of the day. And then he even leaned back and said, look, you keep on telling me what you ain't gonna do. I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to do. I was like, no, that nigga, like, no, this was a whole lot of nigga dialogue.
It was fun. It was definitely funnier. Like, it was wilder now, and I think because we as a unit or whatever, you know, suspect Rhodey for being a Skrull.
Yeah.
But this nigga wasn't this reckless.
So that's what I was gonna say.
He was not.
I got a theory or whatever.
What?
I don't think he was taken as early as we were all thinking. Like, everybody's assuming, like, oh, it had to be 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
When do you think it was?
I think it was after the blip.
Okay.
I think it's because remember, he did get dusted, but I think when he came back, I don't think that was him that came back.
So then where's he at?
They probably captured him in.
Oh, wait. When you said I don't think it was him that came back, I'm like, who came back from the blip?
Oh,
then?
no, okay.
That's why I'm like, who the fuck
No,
came back?
I'm saying, I think that's when they're gonna use the confusion of everything coming back as when people started getting.
That's what they gonna say. The blip did it.
Like that's when people
when they
started
gonna say
getting
people-
captured and people started getting changed.
Okay.
So I mean that can make sense. You can say the Secret Wars kind of started, or you know, the invasions kind of started from there. But I mean, but that's also I feel like there hasn't been a connection yet with me that I've heard that it sounds like the Skrulls were affected by the blip.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet either.
Like nobody disappeared from the Skrulls.
Which I mean, technically they should have. Because remember, he
just said half of the universe.
Universe, every species. So they should have been. But yeah, you're right. They haven't shown one yet.
I think if they would have gave me more of that, like, to let me know that they were aware of the blip,
Right.
But they don't really.
We don't know how it impacted them.
Well,
Yeah.
like every time they show something, like any scenes of coming back from the blip, obviously other than Endgame, because that was very uniform coming in, it seemed like it was just utter chaos.
It was, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, I think that's why I'm picturing that could have been the moment before Strange. Like I said, we tried to figure out how long was it till Strange came and got them for that.
Where was Rhodey at? He was on the battlefield, right? When he got
They were
blipped.
all white. They were all like spread out. I don't think he was by anybody.
No. I'm just saying, but they was in Wakanda. He was part of the team that was on Wakanda,
I think he was
right?
in Wakanda.
Because I'm trying to think. Okay, if like, 'cause remember everybody blipped back where they was at. I'm just trying to figure out like, okay, where was he at and how they would have captured him? Because the only other option that I'm thinking is when he broke his legs, or whatever that transfer and everything like that.
It could be
that's
that.
the only other. That's the
Yeah,
only.
he was
That's
sat
the
down.
only other.
That makes more sense.
That
if he
makes
was
more
sat
sense because didn't they think he was dead
Mm-hmm.
at first? That's the one. That makes a lot more
Like
sense.
he literally disappeared and came back with his
Right.
legs.
Yeah.
They thought he was gone.
Yeah, so that's the.
That might be it.
Yeah, so that's the other. That's
Which,
the
I mean, it's
other,
still right before it.
Yeah, it's still right,
Right
before.
before it.
But that's the other one. It's 'cause the only other option. Because when I started thinking about it, I'm like, okay, if it's not from the very, very beginning, I've been leaning on that one of when he got shot out the sky and during that moment. Because another theory, and this is why it got really fucking crazy when I was going down a rabbit hole. At some point, Tony was like his conversation to Vision was how he would not be able to injure people like his people. That because it's embedded in Jarvis's his coding, right?
Yeah.
So even when he did it, he was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't try to do that." And it was like, if he wasn't a Skrull,
it's not.
Yeah.
You're not technically my people. You're not the person I'm supposed to be.
yeah. So it's like it's a whole lot.
I didn't think about that.
I didn't either. Yeah, no, that's
until I started going down this rabbit
that's
hole.
crazy.
And I was like, yo.
That rabbit hole shit.
That's crazy.
That really would. Could that mean even saying that Tony didn't realize like you weren't supposed to be able to do that?
Right.
Yeah.
But he obviously Tony never knew anything about the Skrulls.
Yeah.
So that never would have crossed
Yeah,
his
that would
mind.
never
Like,
even
hey,
cross
why
his
was you
mind.
able to do that?
Yeah.
You just thinking, damn, my technology messed up.
My art's going to roll.
Yeah.
Or something happened. There's a virus, whatever.
Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one. That was
That was my theory. Forget my theory. My theory got put out the water. All right.
that was definitely.
That was just like, because
Cause I mean, even with cause I can even damn near see Vision when we finally get Vision back, where he like I actually knew about this. You know what I'm saying? Like on some
Well,
like
no, because he.
oh shit.
like he can be like on some.
What if that? Cause remember, we don't know what he went off. Remember, he had that moment, and he was
He talked like they had a conversation. Remember, he had a conversation with himself, and he was like, "All right, I gotta go."
yeah, and he
Like-
learned some shit. What if it's that? What if it's he
Oh,
learned about
he
the
figured
Skrull?
out why he was able to attack, and
Yeah.
he like, oh,
And he,
Like everything just kind of opened up to
Yeah,
him.
like,
because
Like,
now
yeah.
because he probably knows that there's a million Skrulls on here now,
yeah.
yeah.
and that probably fucked him
And
up.
you gotta remember because he's like Vision's supposed to have been like already
Yeah.
aware of everything in the world.
'Cause
So
remember, he was
like
supposed
White
to be-
Vision came and was like, "I need to teach you some more." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like Vision did.
I need to teach you some more. You know what I'm saying?
So after that, like I said, you know, saying she tells him what it is, and then Fury, when he confronts Priscilla, we already knew what he was on. Like,
Oh yeah.
like she walk in the house, she's like, I
Didn't
just
even
like,
drink,
"Bruh."
didn't even drink the coffee.
Bro, he was sitting there,
Tea.
and then bro, he got right into the conversation. Like it wasn't no like no banter and
He
everything.
gave a little bit, because he told the story about how his greatest mistake was her, and he'd
I
do
feel
it all.
like that's all it. I feel like that was it. I feel like that was the whole.
I thought that
I
was.
feel like she knew as soon as he said,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
of course.
out of all the dumb shit that a nigga did in his life.
He had to sit up because it came in. It started from when he was like, I thought you was gonna be home later. I said, nope. Yeah.
He said, surprise?
Surprise. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
And then when he just sat down, as soon as he sat down, he looked at her and he said, and out of all the dumbass shit that nigga did.
Oh yeah.
He went like immediately.
I thought she knew. Like I thought she, which I feel like she did.
I
know.
feel like she did know.
Because I mean, even like
the facial expression she
even
was
like
making.
the ring thing. She's like, you ain't got your ring. I was like, oh, I came in through the back.
That shit like, you coming or going? He's like, actually, I'm going.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out of here. It's one of those
Y'all know how y'all
theory
talking.
we need
Quiet
you.
as fucking the house. TV ain't nothing on. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing on.
I
They
hear
looked like they had a TV in
I
the
hear
house.
every word you saying, nigga.
The little scenes that we saw in the house,
True.
I didn't see a TV.
They
anyway.
definitely seem like the reading couple.
Right.
Probably,
They definitely seem like they're sitting on the porch.
If Nick at home.
Reading, right?
Right, if Nick at home.
So then we get this Mr. and Mr.
That was fully
and Mrs.
taken from Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith
They
moment.
recite the poem, or he recites the poem.
No, she read it with
Yeah,
him.
they go, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mean, yeah.
Well, but not first.
But I mean, that's because we
first
got-
they sit down because this is when we
You
get
got the story.
when he asked him. He said, because he tell her, he like, out of all the stupid shit, he like, you the one, the dumbest thing. He was like, even when my heart was telling me no, even when everybody was saying like everything said no, I didn't stop to be your husband. He's like, even while you sitting there with your little pistol, knowing that you're gonna shoot me and
Hey, you
kill
think
me.
the people telling them no was people who knew she was a Skrull? Was like, hey, bro, you shouldn't be on that. You think that's what he
Yeah,
meant?
because ain't nobody else gonna tell. And he ain't told a single human.
Oh, you don't think he told a single?
There's
You don't think Maria Hill knew or Coulson?
Nah. Absolutely not. Absolutely. That nigga is boy. He kept that shit undercut. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, but you also
he got a trump card. Nigga, it's a million of them. You probably fucking won. You probably
pull their card. Nigga, like, don't judge me, nigga.
Well, I mean, like I said, what's funny is this storyline is kind of like Emma Frost, and I forgot who she dated in the comic. They talked about it.
Oh.
But like she was a Skrull, but then what ended up happening is they really loved each other, so they was like, hey, fuck it, we just gonna do this Skrull love. Like, you know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
I would 100%. If I got out and somebody was, he was sleeping with a Skrull, bro, there's a million of them. You think you ain't slept with a Skrull?
That's what you
I think you ain't slept with one? Ask old girl who you was with.
It ain't gonna matter. Internet don't care. They gonna be like, well, ain't nobody out me, nigga.
I ain't patient zero.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to break me in, nigga. Like,
But yeah, so then after that, then they start, you know what I'm saying, reciting the poem again, and then they both shoot. So they do the thing where you're like, okay, we know one of them died, but turns out they both
both
shot around them.
I mean, that's
each
real
other.
love.
Real love.
So he really, that's what it was definitely, that's why it got
It's
so.
solidified.
That's why, because he even hit her with the, like, man, I don't know, we should renew our vows. Or
get a divorce.
Or get a
divorce.
divorce.
He was like, I
you
don't know. And then she was like, because remember, the whole thing is for the Skrulls is the fight for them just to be able to walk in their skin. And she was like, I think this right here, this was for us.
That's why I
was
said
for us.
to sit up.
They asked her, she was like, if I would have just been me, would you still fall in love? And I'm like, all right, this is going to confirm if Nick a nasty nigga or not. And Nick was like, guess we'll never find out. Hit him with the motherfucking Kanye.
But it was drag.
It wasn't even. He literally said, "I guess we'll never know."
It's the drag though, because he held her hair.
He
looked another way for a second, where she was like,
he walked away for a minute.
And then he
remember, he walked away. It was so long that Deuces was about to all react like that was and then he turned again.
Turned back around again, like left her like, guess we'll never know.
Guess
like,
we'll never know.
Like, but he dirty. He was dirty for that. Cause he dirty. Cause that means for one,
bro,
Nick is the nastiest.
Bro, I'm a clip.
That means he been making. I'm standing on that now.
Bro, I'm gonna clip that part,
switch.
and I'm gonna put a Future song. As soon as he says, "I guess we'll never know," like,
look at that.
Superhero.
You definitely. Oh dog, that's gonna get me.
Nick definitely nasty, because that mean he definitely been having her switch up.
Yep.
And that's what she was like. That mean, like I said, he ain't acknowledged her in Skrull form.
But you know what? He also
like,
bro,
like he knows she is Skrull, but he ain't acknowledged her in Skrull
also
form. You know
the story behind her picking the form. He was like, you asked her to take her form, like he was so surprised, like you done killed the bitch and asked her.
don't know if she killed her. She was
already dying.
Yeah,
she was already dying.
But I'm like,
Did she finish the job though? I was like, all right, close enough.
No, remember they said the doctor was saying like she only had a little bit left to live.
Yeah.
That's what I said, but that's what she had. She was like, all right, I got my yes.
But I mean, the reason why she didn't do it because she set her rules. She was like, still continue to be a daughter to her parents.
Which is wild.
Bury me at sea. You know what I'm saying? Like Killmonger.
That'd be weird. You just
yeah, she did say she was hiding.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, bury me at sea like Killmonger, and then don't harm Nick.
Yeah, don't harm the man you love.
We added the like Killmonger part just for people let people know.
Like Killmonger.
Because she was called the motherfucker about even telling. Like, that was her proposition to the lady. Like, you want to fall in love again? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd have been confused.
I feel like she never fell in love. I think it was more like you want to fall in love.
Yeah, it was in love because she said that the lady was like a accomplished heart something.
Yeah. So
she was accomplished whatever she did.
She was just so focused on work, she never got a chance to fall in love.
oh, okay. So she gave it the opportunity.
I'd
be mad though. Like, I ain't gonna be able to see it.
Well, but you taking her conscious. I mean, it depends on
taking memory.
Well, I think it depends on how much you believe in that.
Yeah.
Because it's like it is you. I mean, I get it. Technically, it's taking memory, but some people may be like, "Well, you taking my conscience." It depends on how, like, where your faith lands you at with that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I wonder if you can. Because now I'm wondering if did she get her out of the hospital.
Oh, and put her in that little stasis, whatever those people in?
Yeah, like, and kill her, like, or did she? But you see, she buried her. But I'm like, did you have to put her in that thing first to get all the memories?
I feel like you had to.
No, because I remember when they did like just this, they just put foreheads together. I think this just do it more effectively.
Oh, okay.
So you can go back to
foreheads together?
Yeah, and one of the scenes they did foreheads together. So I think this just
so you can do a Bluetooth, but
right.
we got it wired at the crib.
I think that's the machine. So like you said, remember how last episode where they had
you can do a Bluetooth
when you can scroll through the memories and pick and choose. I think that's what the machine for. Right.
The desktop at home. I got all the real shit on the desktop.
Right.
Let me use my Skrull app real quick.
You just go in there like
this.
this.
My Skrull app real quick.
Out here doing real taps. Like, you want a tap? You want a quick tap? So that's how you exchange. Like, can I get your number? Like, just go tap real quick.
So again, we get.
Oh, what happened here?
Oh no, well, we get another nigga moment.
You good, dog?
Man, the phone really won't cut off.
Oh, it wasn't even.
Like, is it going through a whatchamacallit?
I thought it was your ringtone. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I feel like it's going. Is it going through a Instagram thing or something?
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
I mean, I just closed the app, but I'm like, it was really literally on my desktop. It was like just repeating like it was an app.
But yeah, we get another nigga moment because Nick, he done broke into Rhodes' a hotel room, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't have to start that scene with the Skrull showering. I get that was supposed to so we could see that.
Well, yeah, we had to see that Rhodes was a Skrull.
I get we had to
get the information.
I ain't gonna hold you. As it's going, I'm like, why are they showing us a Skrull showering? I did not know where they was going with the scene.
I thought it was going back to Gaia because it was a female Skrull.
Yeah, that's really what
so I thought it was going back to her and like she's living in her skin now.
Yeah.
That was really, no, not even that. I just figured, I figured it was gonna be Gaia just because of the fact that we talked about the fact that they haven't showed her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I was like, they finally kind of let us know, like.
But as he wipes the fog away, we see that it's Rhodey. And then
they definitely did the wipe.
Yeah.
What?
Wipe it down.
Real quick. Niggas had ideas to this episode.
But again, pure nigga moment. One, Nick sitting there, and his dialect, his southern dialect, is in full flame. He's like, "Yo, what up, fam?"
And
like,
what, he from Chicago? I thought his story was from somewhere.
No, he's from Mississippi.
No, I think he is from.
Remember he was talking about how he was when he was on the train, he was telling Talos, he was talking about going to the South. He was talking about
I think he was talking about going to visit down south with his family.
Yeah, I think he was giving a story about his family, but I think this nigga from Chicago. That's why I said, because that's what threw niggas off, bro. Like, he was talking like, why he talking like that? And he wasn't even from Chicago.
I don't know.
I swear you
but anyways, nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm gonna look while we talking.
Nonetheless, he on some pure, I'm talking about pure nigga shit. Like, he like, yo, man, hey, this bottle though, fam. Hey, cuz, like, I want to share this bottle with you, but also, man, hey, us niggas need to stick together. Yeah. Like, no, he was talking to Rhodey, and he was like, bro, no, he was like, let me tell you something. Nigga did the look. And at this moment, I thought we was gonna get our nigga moment. I thought I ain't gonna hold you. Like I legit thought that this was going to be because I'm like the way he talking and the tone. I feel like he gonna be like nigga.
We had it backwards, by the way. He was from Alabama. And he used to talk about going rides to Detroit.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah, Alabama. I knew it was somewhere in the South. But so like he's telling, so he drops it. He's like, yo, bro, there's some Skrulls in the like the army. They're like in high government position.
High in the U.S. government.
And he's like, man, whatever, bro. He's like, no, fam. I'm talking about like close to. He's like, how close? He's like, nigga, like here, bro. And I feel like, you know, say at that point, Rhodey, you know, he was already on the end because he was like, you trying to poison me? He's like, nah, bro, this is like that good liquor. And
which it was.
It was.
It is like a $5,000 bottle.
Is it? I thought that was fake. I didn't think that was real.
Yeah. But you know, it gets revealed. You know, like Rhodey, he got the footage from when Gravik shot
as he
Maria.
should. I mean, we know he worked with
right.
Gravik.
And he was like, bro, like I'ma help you, but you can't be doing the shit you doing. I'm gonna take this bottle though. And so, but come to find out, what really was it is that Talos gave Nick a liquid tracker.
Yeah.
And that he put in there.
I think Nick had it because Talos was amazed by it.
Talos was impressed by it.
Oh, he was okay. I thought Talos gave it to him. Okay, so he gave him the liquid tracker so he can track them. So as the convoy is going, because they got the president, Rhodey got the president. They already on Rhodey Hills because that nigga down that bottle apparently. Because
that's the thing.
And Rhoda was like, bro, did you down half a bottle of whiskey, nigga? Like,
nigga just stank. That's what I'm saying. I think the Skrulls. I think he just liked the taste of it. I think like they don't get
drunk. I don't think he was drunk, but I think like
all that's still on you.
You can smell that shit.
Yeah, I think she was like,
human, man. That shit's in your pores. And that shit.
And as an alien, it's probably coming out your, but that motherfucker booming.
I know she was probably like you saw the way she was or Rhodey was.
Yeah.
I keep saying the Skrull because it's a female Skrull, but like he saw the way Rhodey was, he was like, hey, this is tasty.
He was like, you ain't lying. Like, bro, Rhodey was on some like it was a nigga conversation.
I think from Nick's side, I think it's because he know that that's not the real Rhodey. So he's like, I want to try to play this to trip you up.
Yeah.
And I think the Skrull just kind of got.
But the Skrull also should have. I would have been like, yo, why you talking like that? Like,
but see, I think the Skrull is so focused on now. Like I gotta play how I think that they interact.
Well, also Skrull, I think that Skrull also believes I got the high ground. I'm up now. You know what I'm saying?
Good also, be very cocky.
Like, he's like, I'm not. What's Nick gonna do? Like he probably not even looking for the. He probably think he got all the cards. He's like, bro, I got you fired. I got this footage. I got copies. Like you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
Like I said, and the fact that they want him, he want him dead. So it's really more like, fam, I have all of this shit plowed against you. Yeah. And I'm trying to help you, but I'm really like,
I just really want to keep you out of my.
Really trying to keep you out of here, right?
Because I thought he was going. I really thought it was gonna be a fight there. Because we already knew that.
Me too.
Like
Nick knows.
That Don wanted to, kill, like, Rhodey wanted to kill him anyway. So I figured he like, damn, he must have killed old girl. Yeah. Cause that's really what I would have thought. Like,
me too.
I already talked to you that morning to tell you need to kill Nick. But then now Nick is at my hotel. Damn, you done killed your wife.
He done killed your wife? Yeah.
I didn't think about
But he can't have that conversation with Nick.
He can't. Yeah. Now you got to really get
unless Nick says they try to kill her, then he can play into it. But Nick didn't even bring it up.
That's what I said. But that's what I said. It's like, but you definitely got to be in your mind. Like, I need to call old girl. Cause what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he had that immediate mission. He had to remember. Gravik's mission was we got to make it seem like the Russians are attacking. So you know what I'm saying, we're gonna attack the president. So as the convoy's going, they start their attack. Nick and Talos as they follow him, they see the explosion, so they rush to go try to get over to the fight. And then, like I said, that's when we I guess I just realized that I guess the world don't know what Gravik's face looked like because Gravik hopped out that helicopter with no mask.
Everybody else was masked up, and he was like, "Nah, they need to know it's me."
Right, and then even during the fight, you know what I'm saying?
As a Russian though, like you really want to be the Russian.
Well, he was talking Russian.
He was speaking.
Right, but I'm saying like the fact that it's like now you just finna be. I mean, apparently you're not finna use that face no more. You saying because it's like.
But like you also like they was gonna be feeling he black. Like, great, he mixed black, but like there's probably like 7 black Russians. Let's be honest. The nigga definitely look like fucking like he was like Drake. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like they could be like, bro, Black Russian dude clearly fake.
Black Russians, man. Like, who paid you?
Right. But during the fight, like I said, a couple of things happen. One, Talos gets shot in the arm, so then he starts like to change. But you know what I'm saying? And one of the soldiers see it, and like we realize like Nick's still trying to like show them like no, he with us. So like Nick's his word.
He still got some cash.
Yeah,
you know.
some people still fuck with him. But we also see that Gravik got the group power, which is the scene that we all seen the scene,
right?
But like now we see like he utilized that group
power. Well, yeah,
remember
that was one thing that we were thinking that they were gonna go back to get more powers. Like, bro might have all the powers.
He might already have all the powers and everything like that.
And I don't think nobody. Did Nick see him do it? I don't think nobody saw him use the group powers.
No, I don't think Nick saw. There was
Nick saw the ending of shooting. You know what I'm saying?
He saw the Extremis, but he didn't see the group power. Maybe the people that was with him, they probably know, but
they probably was going in.
Yeah, but like because the person who would have known, he choked him out. And,
I feel like how they reacted to
the Extremis.
No, to Talos changing. If you literally in a gunfight, you see a nigga down there grab somebody with, you gonna be like, hold on, cuz, turn the gun, man. Like,
they need more black people on the force. That's why.
Just being more aware of what's going on, nigga. Like,
but as that, like I said, I thought Talos was just injured. You know what I'm saying? Because we seen him changing half and half, but I'm thinking, all right, he's just injured, he's in distress. But turns out, like after he busts open the window to save the president, like. Talos is dead. Like
he got grabbed. He got grabbed. Remember
he got.
I think he got shot again.
Nick took Ritson would take him to the car. He had to pick.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. He had to pick because he took
Ritson
to the car, and then he was going to come back, and then when he saw
the
guard, he was like, "Let him go," and the guard wouldn't let him go. So then when Nick shot. Then the guard turned to Gravik, and then Gravik stabbed Talos.
Right. Yes.
And then Talos died.
So do you think Gravik went up to the fam and quick headbutt? Like I need to use this real quick.
Yeah, probably. He read it real quick. Was like, give me one of them. All right, I gotta go. Well, no, because I think you can do the image without it. I don't know if you. I think that's for the memories.
Oh, okay.
Because remember at the beginning when they were showing, even though they were already in the thing. He had them look at them to see them.
Because also we saw Gaia change the old man so fast. I'm sure she didn't take his memories.
I think that's for. I think
I wonder if it's got to be any kind of. Because if it's physical contact,
it could be physical contact. I think I forced him.
All you gotta do is just run up on a nigga.
Yeah, I think I forced him by saying it had to be forehead such shit.
I like this better with the forehead such shit.
Imagine the heat of battle.
Real quick, I need to do this real quick. Watch out, you don't even know this nigga chatting to you because he done ran off already.
Yeah. What the fuck? Everybody could be looking like, what the fuck was that?
They would think somebody got seriously headbutted.
That's true.
It's like, no, these niggas out here doing drive-by headbutting. So Gravik's dead, man. And then
Talos.
Talos is dead. And the episode ends, man. Like shit.
It was crazy. Right there? It did. Okay. It was crazy because the description was saying that he had to make a tough choice, and I thought the choice in the middle of the episode was gonna be about the wife.
Yeah, that really should have been a tough choice.
But the tough choice was clearly Talos.
I mean, it could be multiple tough choices.
It was probably the reason why I think it was the Talos one is because it's
definitely Talos.
I think they did the wife part with the episode title. All right, we gave her that. Throw the Talos one in. We go get everybody thinking that it was all about the wife.
But no, it really just showed that he don't get no fuck. I mean, because that's what I'm saying. Nick been tapping on some Skrull coochie for a long time. Turned his back on that ASAP. Like you ain't gonna never know how much I love you.
Let's not say it like that.
I mean, that's what he did though. And then,
let's not say it like that.
And then Talos was his best friend, and he was like, bro, because you shouldn't have got shot.
Bro, his whole life is around. His whole life is.
But he's still picking humans first.
No, he's picking Skrulls first.
No, he picked the president or Ritson and got his ass up out of there.
Yeah, he definitely picked humans first.
You picking humans first, fam.
But I'm saying the people that's closest to him is Skrulls.
Gone.
I mean, they're gonna die, but the people that he cared for is all Skrulls.
I'm just
Maria Hill wasn't.
Maria Hill was human too that he really cared about.
Okay.
No, he did not. That definitely was just like.
That's one of the two. There's still two.
No, I'm really starting out, but
Who's the third? We got Maria Hill on the
Coulson.
Oh, Coulson. Yeah.
All right, so it's 2-2.
But I mean, I'm really starting to believe that.
Did he care about Coulson?
Yeah, he cared about Coulson. Just as much as he cared about everybody
Coulson
else.
ain't show up in this series, man.
Coulson dead.
Yeah, Coulson dead.
I thought they said I could have sworn they said he was not.
What?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
No, he went to Tahiti. Remember?
Oh, you might be right.
He died, and then he went to Tahiti, and then they did the thing. Yeah.
But the more I'm really starting to realize, like from watching this show, like my view of Nick Fury really is like he really is like the mastermind of like I'm really just using everybody.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Bro,
I
he's a less toxic and less like cutthroat Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller uses people. She's just cutthroat. And she don't give a fuck. Nick actually will give a fuck about certain people.
But it's still out of a use though. It's still for a use.
Amanda Waller's is a use. Remember, she's not trying to rule. She still wants to save America, but she just wants to do it by any fucking means.
Like, bro, the wife thing is just really throwing me. Because Nick Fury just shouldn't have had no wife. And let alone you had a shapeshifter wife that you could turn into
that
whatever.
That was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when he got revived. So he technically died. Technically,
that's what I'm saying.
No one knows that he's alive.
He got revived in the TV show?
When he got revived.
So he kept on saying, well, everybody was like, where you been? He's like, I was in Tahiti. Comes to find out, Tahiti is an acronym for like this facility that helped
he got
revive
revived
him.
with S.H.I.E.L.D. with Krieg blood.
Yeah.
But that was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So it's like, he could be alive, it could not. And that makes sense why the actor was trying to push for wanting to come back. Because they do pull random stuff from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Because parts of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon and parts are not.
So that's why I thought he was alive.
So the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show was after he died?
Yeah, he died in Avengers.
He died in Avengers, and then in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that was his show, and that was it was like, oh shit, how he came back. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was running canon all the way up until Civil War. Right? And then once Civil War happens, and they was like, okay, so how do we they pretty much came to the story like, so what's our storyline? They was like, hey, y'all can't really tell much shit about this.
Yeah.
And so they was like, so just do your own thing. And then it became less canon. Yeah, it became less canon. And then when they went to Inhumans, they were like, hey, we definitely want that shit.
Yeah.
And then it became like really non-canon. So it was like,
I don't know why I thought that was in one of the movies.
So got this nigga in movies almost?
So that's the thing. That's why it's like, maybe he could come back. Maybe he couldn't, and it makes sense why people were saying like, "Oh, he should come back." Yeah. I just forgot that I forgot that I was.
I'd be happy if he popped back up as a Skrull. Like I take.
But
that.
he can't. What a Skrull with Kree blood? That'd be wild. Because he's Kree blood now.
He got Kree blood in him. Yeah.
That's what he got revived with.
I think that's why he's not coming back.
Yeah, that's a wild take.
That's why he ain't coming back.
Wild take.
They like, we already got the whole thing going with the Kree blood. Like,
can't really use that now.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, bro, there's a lot because now, like I said, the question is now. I'm like, all right, we got solidified at first. Right, our first Avenger, Rhodey. That is our first solidified Avenger.
Yeah, that we know is a Skrull.
We know that another shoe's gonna have to drop.
Well, I wonder what's gonna happen with the president. Like,
well, Nick got him now.
Well, we know that Nick has him, but it's like
Nick finna bust him. He finna break him down though.
You think
he
so?
Break him down. He gonna have to explain to him about the Skrulls and all that kind
of
shit.
Right, and that's the thing. Like,
yeah,
what is that? They're gonna come back immediately. They're gonna be like, hey, bro went crazy.
But how does he explain now? Because he don't got Talos. How do you even explain?
Yeah.
He don't got Talos.
Gaia.
Oh, Gaia. Yeah. You're right.
So, I mean, he finna have beef though, because they finna realize that he left Talos out there to die.
Oh, Gaia's gonna definitely have beef.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and even matter of fact, I won't be surprised if we get a second episode. The next episode is gonna be about Talos, because this nigga's like literally an alien dead on the ground outside. Like Nick left all that.
Yeah.
Like they literally left. So if anything, it could be the fact that the next episode gonna be the fact like there's aliens on like everybody's.
Oh yeah, the government aware. At least we have. Well,
I feel like
for a fact we know the government was going to know.
I feel like if somebody freaked out after everything the MCU done went through, I'd be very upset. Like if we was all here.
Well, no. Here's the thing. The reason why they will freak out is we saw aliens come out of a portal, right? We saw Thanos do the snap. We see Wakanda and stuff like that. We have not seen anybody turn from one person to another thing.
I'll give you that.
And that's going to be the panic.
I'll give you that. But I'm saying just in general, if we was in the MCU and we saw a thing that said like, hey, there's alien body there, and Bacardi start freaking out.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to look at him like, nigga, you know what we just went through?
Yeah, not just the alien body, but if they release the fact that, well, so all right, this was, you know what I'm saying, this was, he can shape shift, and so we don't know who's an alien. That's the panic.
That's the panic. That's what I'm saying. Like, for sure. In the room watching the news, and you're gonna be like,
and you can't ask questions. I'd have probably headbutted, fam. I got all the memories. Like, you can't ask questions.
But you definitely looking at niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a different. That's why I said I feel like, because I mean that would be a great opening anyway. Like the Nick capture dude, they back wherever, but the news is just going crazy now. And he like, nigga, you can't tell me you don't believe me. It's on the fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's already been out. It's been outed because because it wasn't supposed to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he like Talos being dead is definitely unless they cover it up. And keep it undercover.
Rhodey might cover it up.
Yeah, because Rhodey was still there, and Rhodey might cover it up because the whole plan is not for the Skrulls. The whole plan is for them to think that the Russians did it so we can start this world war.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's
they might go the route of everything they used to do. Just Russian did this. This is a Russian experiment.
I mean, it's like they already setting it up.
Right.
They already setting it up. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, bro. Like I'm just like now because I'm like, all right, we got the confirmation of Rhodey. I'm just like, who else could it be, G?
Well,
like,
so
and
going off your theory,
are we going to get the reveal here in this season or not?
I think it's a mini series. I don't think there's going to be a second season.
Well, no, that's what I'm not. I didn't mean series like season. But I'm saying like at the end, like even if they don't show the person, but like if you get like you hear a voice, you see the, you know what I'm saying? Maybe
I gotta
get a
imagine
confirmation.
Everybody who they gonna planning to be Skrulls, we gonna figure out in this. Whether or not, like you said, you see them or not.
I think, I feel like we got. The easiest way is the same way how we saw about the Super Skrull setup. Yeah, like it's gonna be like some kind of file where you're gonna see a whole bunch of people.
Right, but like I said,
where
you gotta pause the screen and be like, oh, hold on, you know what I'm saying?
I could see that happening, and then like I said, I don't think you're gonna actually see everybody because they probably want the ripple effects to go through whatever else is coming up. Yeah. But I could fully see like. If you watching, you know who to expect.
So I got a question because a couple episodes back we talked about who we thought was a Skrull. I want to know who would y'all want to be a Skrull? Like best case scenario that would give you the best story that you would be interested in. Who would you want to be a Skrull?
That's already now in the MCU.
Yep. That when the other shoe drops, you like. I mean,
the best plot twist for me is Nick was a Skrull.
Ooh.
That'd be insane going through all this.
That would be the plot twist I would want.
I'm supposed to be the only one who can live a fuck. That's why he ain't want.
Like he fooled everybody. Like the Skrulls didn't know.
Oh God.
The Skrulls didn't know. Like he done left his baby, left his wife and everything. Like this nigga, you a Skrull? Like.
Dog, what if he was Talos' wife? What if that was the... What if...
All right. So, because I wanted Rhodey to be a Skrull, right? Because I'm still banking on the Terrence Howard.
Well, we know he a Skrull.
No, but I'm still banking on the Terrence Howard.
Oh, yeah.
But, what if... And now I want this. I do want Rhodey to be the Skrull, and I want Bruce Banner to be the Skrull. Because then what if Ed Norton comes back? What if Ed Norton and fucking Terrence Howard?
Now you just want recast.
That's what I want.
You the problem. We need to talk about all these fucking cameos in movies.
And
this nigga literally like, you the problem, dog.
Now you just want recast.
But that's best case scenario for me.
You the problem.
Best case scenario for me. Because that'd be like what? Because then it'd be like it's played. Because it'd be like because then what if like when it gets revealed in Kevin Feige, they be like, man, why did y'all do that? He's like. Y'all didn't notice we switched actors and everything. What if he like really met him? But like we pretty much showed y'all that they was Skrulls. Y'all should have been knew that.
Like we literally switched out their bodies, bro. But I mean, I can take Captain America as a Skrull too, because that would give me an answer on why he didn't do shit for black people through all this shit.
He wouldn't have been a Skrull way back then.
He would have been a Skrull. Like he would have been that Skrull. He would have been the Skrull that went back. So in game when he was like, I'm gonna go back, he was a Skrull then. And he went back.
But when would have turned?
Why would he go back?
You know what?
He'd have turned sometime in the middle.
Technically, everybody.
He went back because he had to, because he was gonna do the stone things. But because he's a Skrull, he's like, I'm finna go back and relive me a good life. You know what I'm saying? Like he got his memories, so he's gonna go back and finally get some of that cuckoo.
So then where's the actual Captain America?
In ice still. Well, he already out of the ice. They had to throw him out.
That's a lot, dog.
But that would give me more reason on why he didn't have no problems with it.
If that happened, and then Chris Evans like, hey, yeah, Captain America for a minute. I don't know what I would do.
Like I could take that. I could take Captain, because that would be a nice little swap too. Because you really, because I feel like that's what it is though. Like if you're basing on like comic book stuff, like they're still doing heroic things, and you just realize at a later point, like you the fucking Skrull. So it's like to know a Skrull had a chance to be like, damn, I had a chance to go back in time and like relive and do all that. Well, I mean, that's like I said.
Remember I told you that's what happened in the comics. Like there was legit heroes who was doing legit heroic shit and was Skrulls.
What if that's the reason why we're getting Wolverine in Deadpool 3?
What you mean?
that Wolverine was a Skrull in the comics. What if they just bring him in just to be like, yeah, this is Skrull.
I can see that.
I can see that. Because then at the end, I can see Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds to Deadpool, like really heartbroken. Like, oh, so this is not the love story I thought it was.
That's why
I got catfish.
Like I can see Deadpool going like, you fucking lied to me. Like just going crazy, dog. Like dog, and that's why I said the Deadpool. That's a whole other story. I'm excited for that. Yeah. I feel like if they really pick anything, they be picking random shit. So if they really bring him to MCU, you can have random shit like that. The fact that we get hyped up about the show.
That's why, pay these writers and pay these actors, because I need this type of creativity to come.
Yeah.
What if let's say they watch this episode and they have that idea now? They can't do shit about it because of the writer's strike. Like, pay these people.
That would be love to think that Hugh, like this Hugh in Deadpool is either the real one, like they finally, Deadpool finally found real Wolverine, and then they talk about, they just have a conversation, like, yeah, some dude have been imitating your ass with other guys. You know what I'm saying? And
that'd be
like that's how Deadpool talks.
They got Wolverine on it, and that's why. And then you like, damn. He come back like, oh, hey, no, that was the one that was throughout the whole other run. That's how they explain the other. That's how they explain the Fox universe.
The Fox universe. Like, wait, so all of them were Skrulls? Like, yeah, they're all Skrulls.
Like, they had a whole fucking network, man. You know what I'm saying? The Skrulls will take it over. Like if he pulled everything, cause you can literally pull from Secret, from the show, I heard about 1 million of you guys now here. You know what I'm saying? Like these fuckers had Deadpool just talking, they had a whole fuking network they were running.
That's definitely how you get meta.
They were just steady pumping out these fucking superhero movies.
and they start commentating on some of the bad shit. Like, yeah, they killed Scott Stumper. No, they killed them.
The show, they didn't know what to do with the ice.
They had 2 different Phoenixes. I don't know why.
Right.
That's 100% how you. That's 100% how you parody a universe.
Yeah, Taylor Logan, dog, they had you in all black leather.
At some point, you was fighting a big mech monster. I don't
know. That's the kind of energy I be wanting from Deadpool, fam. Like, if you really gonna bring this, let that nigga go crazy.
Yeah, let him go crazy, man. How many eagles y'all giving this episode?
This is a 5 for me.
Yeah, this was a 5 for good closure and good, not closure, but it really started bringing the suspense on a little bit more.
It did. I would say it closed the first half.
Yeah, because now we know that we are in just a downward slide to the finish line. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can coast. And I'm like, I don't even know. Like I said, again, I don't know where this is actually going to end at this point. Because, because the way that this show is set up and what we know, it can either have major implications or it can be controlled to just the next movie, which is the Marvels.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's I feel like, because when you just, it's 6 episodes. Yeah. And I just feel like this, because Secret Invasion and all that kind of stuff rising with Secret Wars, I feel like
it's gonna have bigger implications. I feel like
we're gonna get that traditional ending they've been putting in TV shows now. Where we're gonna kind of get left in the cliffhanger. It's gonna be continued in Secret. Well, you know what I'm saying?
A big cliffhanger. You gotta think
you're gonna get the Nick Fury will return.
Well, not even that. I don't even think that. I think we're gonna get the big So remember, the last big oh shit that we got at the end was Loki. Wait. What came first? Scarlet Witch?
Loki was the one. Loki was the one we got the last one.
Yeah, that was that last one. We was like, oh shit, I cannot wait until the next movie.
Yeah, because at the end of Hawkeye, back and it had Kang's face.
Yeah, because at the end of Hawkeye, it was like, all right, okay, we know she's gonna show back up. All right, we're gonna see where that goes. At the end,
Miss Marvel might, because remember at the end of
Miss Marvel too. Miss Marvel when they did the switch.
Popped up.
Yep.
Miss
Marvel. So it seems like every other one they give us where it's like a big shit, because not Shang-Chi, but Moon Knight didn't give us a big you know what I'm saying? We got it's more so
Moon Knight.
It's more so
it continue. It's like a different thing for his story.
Yeah, his story, right?
I honestly feel like we not finna get Rhodey's not finna go. I think the ending of this season is gonna be the final verses of Nick Fury versus Rhodey. So where Rhodey really knows, nigga, I know you know I know you know who I am now.
And I don't think that this Rhodey dies in this season.
No, because Armor Wars is coming.
No, but I mean Armor Wars, you can still bring back the original Rhodey.
No,
but I think that Armor Wars is going to be
what the Armor Wars is.
It's going to be real Rhodey versus Skrull Rhodey.
Yeah.
Which that makes me even more excited for Armor Wars.
But I think that's how this is gonna end. Though. I think and that to me, I feel like that will be how we get to get a glimpse of who all are Avengers. Because I feel like Rhodey's like the ending scene would be like Rhodey making a call or looking over something, and you like you said we have to go hear that
holographic
voice.
screen.
Oh yeah, because like he kills Gravik or whatever.
Well, because here's the thing. So then that means
like, and he's
the world.
Because I can hear him just even saying like, "Hey y'all, Nick Fury's back." You know what I'm saying?
Or he knows.
Like or he knows. Like because that's what I'm saying. Rhodey not gonna die, but Rhodey's going to be the one to kind of tell that Nick knows now.
And this is what I think. And this is now here's where I believe how the implications are going to happen now, because the world's going to learn about Skrulls, but they're not going to know that Rhodey's a Skrull. Nick is going to know that Rhodey's a Skrull, kind of like what you just said, right? So in that battle, even at the end of that battle, there's not going to be any evidence that can be shown that Rhodey is a Skrull. So the way it ends is that, like I said, like we said, we're just like, hey, Nick knows, because Nick now knows that, all right, either Nick finds the real Rhodey by the end of the season, or he knows I need to find Rhodey in Armor Wars so we can do this Armor War. And so like that's why like the world may know about Skrulls, but I feel like nobody's gonna know about the superhero aspect or even the Super Skrull yet.
I would even take that we actually get that the real Rhodey contacts Nick. And then that kind of be like, this would continue in Armor Wars. And you kind of really, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Nick is going to definitely be in Armor Wars. I think
it was already like stated that he's going
that he is?
Yeah.
Because I feel like all of these on the ground kind of the shows and movies, like that's really not cosmic. It's really, that's Nick's. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know what's also hilarious? I think the interaction that we wanted with Don Cheeto and
Sam?
No. Don Cheeto and Falcon, Anthony Mackie.
Oh.
Yeah.
The interaction that like the dynamic of Don Cheeto and Sam, what we got that we like.
Yeah.
We never got that with Don Cheeto and Anthony Mackie.
Nah.
And I feel like that's what we wanted, and they never gave it to us.
Yeah, I feel like Don Cheeto looked down on Anthony Mackie. Like I feel like, or we'll say War Machine looks down on Falcon.
Yeah.
I feel like he like, boy, you a bird.
You a bird.
I'm in a $1 billion machine.
But you know what? Now, out for this episode, that's what I want to know from y'all. Not who y'all think is going to be a Skrull.
Who you want.
Who you want to be a Skrull
that.
and why. And like I said, I want to hear, like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what's that best case scenario for you? Why you want that person to be a Skrull? Also, I want to know, like, one, also, like, are you, is it worse? I'm going back to it. Is it worse that Nick Fury was like, hey, all right, cool, let's go. Let's make this happen. And she shot her shot, or that Nick shot his shot at her? Which?
I don't think y'all understand that they've been fucking for the longest already.
But at some point,
it was 2012,
no, but either way, at some point,
like,
somebody had to shoot a shot. So that question still stands.
What's worse? Is it worse for Nick to pursue? Or is it worse for you to accept the Skrull coming at you?
I'm gonna be truthful right now, and I honestly feel like Nick hollered.
I know,
but she, but like the moment,
so
like,
is that worse in your eyes, or is it
that Nick hollered?
Yeah, or is it worse if she hollered and Nick was like, all right, let's go?
No, I don't even think Nick hollered like y'all think. He didn't go heavy. He didn't go heavy. But he saw her one day in the skin and was like, "Yeah, you looking pretty good today." You know
I'm not going on that, dog.
He got her up. He brought her up to that pedestal.
So even that, is that worse, or is it worse? What if she saw Nick? What if she saw Nick and was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something for you?
What Nick did was worse, because
that's worse. No, that statement made it worse. I'm gonna do something for you, and you show up in another body. That's worse. That's worse, dog. Because you accepted it.
About you like?
Yes, that's worse. I was with you until he said that statement. That's worse.
Talking about you like?
That's
what I said.
That's 100% worse.
But that's why I say Nick is a menace. Like I feel like Nick was running through Skrulls now. Like
in this, dog, we not doing this.
Hey,
let us know in the comments how y'all feel. But as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together, and we are out.
Peace. Bacardi had us